That's right. Finishing a more than full cup of coffee at a 10:37 at night is like the definition of finals week. There's just way too much stuff going on, and frankly, I'm gonna need the energy to be up for another like 5 hours. Oh, and like, come on. There's no way USC is not like the evil empire from Star Wars. I mean, like, everyone hates us. Everyone says we're the bad guys when really low-key we're probably the good guys. And I mean, we've got to have AT-ATs somewhere on campus. There's no way my tuition is going to something that are not AT-ATs.
Trojan Nation, we're Pac-12 champs once again, baby!
My dad just texted me, starting to look good, fingers crossed.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Los Angeles Bias. As usual, I'm your host, Russell, right here in the University of Southern California. And let's just get straight to the point. Your USC Trojans are the Pac-12 champions. It is an amazing feeling. It is an amazing accomplishment for the USC Trojans to go up to Santa Clara and beat the Stanford Cardinal twice in 1 year. See, it was quick, but I did it again. It will follow me and everyone everywhere. Fight on. It's always there. But yes, it was an amazing, amazing game. It was back and forth the entire time, even though the USC Trojans never lost the lead. It was a tight game that really just perfectly encapsulated USC's entire season. But before we jump into that, quick shout out, thank you to Alyssa for those quick little celebration clips that she sent me. I hope you had an amazing time up there in Northern California. I hope you got to go home for a little bit too. But before we jump into all the stats, breaking down the game or anything like that, I actually was not able to see the game on TV because I actually had quite the busy weekend. I had a couple of invites I was very fortunate to be asked to go to. So here are a couple pictures and clips from that. So enjoy, and we'll be right back. Mika.
That didn't last very long.
So a few more shout outs to give out from those couple of clips. Huge shout out to Kate. I had so much fun at G5's invite. Thank you so much for taking me to that. That was honestly one of the most fun nights I've had in such a long time. And then another huge shout out to Mika. Thank you so much for an amazing semester being my co-president in Nikkei. I wish you all the luck in the world when you study abroad in Tokyo and have an amazing time. But with that, let's go ahead, let's jump into the football and just all the excitement that's surrounding this game, and honestly all the excitement on campus that just came with the results. So by a score of 31-28, the USC Trojans once again defeat the Stanford Cardinal for the Pac-12 championship. And that's right, for the first time since 2008, the USC Trojans have won the Pac-12. It's an amazing feeling. You know, every year you set goals for yourself, right? This team, you know, everyone said this team was going to be a national championship team. They frankly threw way too much at relatively a young team, especially with such a young O-line. And from the beginning, Clay Helton said, we're going to win our division, then we're going to win our conference. And that's what they were able to do. They were very successful in doing so. And no matter what the critics or what USC Twitter says, an 11-2 season is an amazing feat. It is just a phenomenal season. It's already more wins than we had all of last year. That's just amazing. So let's go ahead, let's jump into some of the numbers here. I think let's go ahead, let's start with the big boys, right? Let's start off with the Pac-12 championship MVP, Sam the Man Darnold. So with 325 yards and 2 touchdowns, Sam had a game. And once again, biggest number for him, no turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles. The O-line kept him clean. I said in the last video, this game was going to depend on how well our O-line played, and they played very well. They kept Sam up. They gave holes for Rojo. We'll get into Rojo soon, but Sam played well. You know, he did what Sam Darnold does. When he's got a pocket, he takes advantage of the pocket, makes clean throws. When he loses the pocket, he escapes. He rolls out and makes phenomenal throws on the roll. Some of his decisions are not great, and you know, he will definitely have to clean that up if he's going to the next level, but he was able to make the throws in the correct situations. I think that's like the most perfectly displayed with honestly the dagger of the game, that last throw to Josh Fatu. I know it was a designed RPO, but I think just the way Sam Darnold was able to just like fill out that play and get the ball off, just perfectly displayed his skill set and how he's able to take over a game. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to Ronald Jones, the Texas Tesla, and how his 140-yard performance was able to put him as number 5 on USC's all-time rushing leaders, passing a relatively well-known running back named O.J. Simpson. But he was able to do that on 140 rushing yards, like I already said, and 2 touchdowns, 2 very vital touchdowns. In fact, that was his touchdown was the one that really put it over the edge. It really put us away from Stanford, and just they were not able to come back from that. He had an amazing game. Not only did he take advantage of the holes that the line gave him, he made his own holes. This dude, it frustrates me that he does not get as much Heisman just talk that he should be. They were finally starting to mention him like in this game. They were like, oh, Bryce Love, but oh, by the way, there's Ronald Jones in this game. It was weird seeing all the stats comparing them. Upcoming to this game, they're like, oh, Bryce Love, this is this, 9.1 yards per carry. Oh, wait, Ronald Jones, more touchdowns and 9.5 yards per carry. Whoa, what is that? Yeah, that's right. Ronald Jones should have been in the Heisman contention all along, but frankly, he's on the same team as a quarterback named Sam Darnold, so he was never going to get the attention. But you know what? I don't think he cares. He's a team player, and he shows it in this game. But he spins off these tackles. He makes these amazing cuts, and he runs his heart out. He's the bull. He's just the running. He's the speed back. He is everything. He's an amazing, amazing running back, and he's getting national attention. So congratulations to him to being placed number 5 on USC's all-time rushing leaders. That's an amazing thing, and I look forward to seeing him in the Cotton Bowl. But now we're going to have to jump in to who our dude of the day is going to be. And frankly, it's going to be another one of those weeks where I'm going to have to give out, you know, the dude of the day and like the runner-up dude of the day. And this is a really, really hard decision for me. But we're going to start with the runner-up dude of the day. And this may be, you know, a point of contention, but we're going to go ahead and say the runner-up dude of the day, the winner of this, you know, my little alumni bobblehead. Look, hi, alumni bobblehead. Is going to be Uchenna Nwosu, our senior defensive lineman who, once again, played his heart out. And I think even though he's getting the runner-up one, he did make the most important play of the game, but he played a phenomenal game. I believe he had a pass breakup. He was able to assist in some sacks, and it was great seeing, like, on Twitter throughout the game that, you know, like, I believe Daniel Jeremiah, very prominent scout on, like, NFL Network and everything all like that, he was like, Uchenna Nwosu is a first-round draft pick, and I cannot agree more. He's got the heart, he's got the talent, he's got the speed, he's got the strength, he's got everything you're looking for. But I'm going to have to give the Dude of the Day award, which is still right up here, to someone who I don't believe has ever won it before, who was really sprang by Twitter after his dad started talking crap on Twitter, and that is Michael Pittman Jr. He had probably the most important game that of just everyone on the team, which is why he's being given the Dude of the Day award. So with 7 reception on 146 yards and one very, very important touchdown. He started off the scoring for the Trojans. Michael Pittman is the dude of the day because the plays he made, the timing of them were just extremely important. And they were big plays, whether it be Sam Darnold throwing it from his own end zone, throwing it down the field to Michael Pittman for a 40-yard gain, or doing the same thing from the opposite end zone for another like 40-yard game. Michael Pittman was clutch. He played like a big receiver. With that skinny frame, he went up and got balls. He fought for balls. He made these amazing moves, amazing runs, throughout the game, and even though he may have not had the biggest play of the game, he was the most consistent and made just the most game-changing moves, if that makes sense, and I know it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Michael Pittman is our dude of the day. Uchenna Nwosu is the runner-up dude of the day. Still just two amazing players that had just an amazing game in the Pac-12 championship, and we would not have been able to win without the two performances by these two players. But I already mentioned how our defense stopped the Stanford Cardinal on the 1 yard line. We were able to stop Stanford on, I believe it was 1st and goal from like the 5. That does not happen. Stanford, historically, is a team that scores on the 1 yard line. When I had about 3-4 people updating me throughout the game, because I was on the first invite when the game was going on, and I just remember, actually my roommate was one of them. He says 4th and 1 4th and 1 Stanford with the ball, and I'm just like, oh no, okay, so Stanford's gonna score here, they're gonna take the lead, but we're gonna have time. And then he just barrages me with text saying like, we stopped them on the 1 yard line. That is an amazing feat. It's so impossible to explain. Just Stanford is just known for having this. They call the package mammoth because they have just all these bodies on the line of scrimmage, and they will get you that push. And they would have gotten it if it wasn't for that touchdown saving tackle by Uchenna Nwosu. And then from there to go 99 yards down the field, Sam Darnold to once again Michael Pittman, and then Ronald Jones running it in to complete a 99-yard touchdown drive. That was our game right there. An amazing defensive stop, followed by one of the best drives from the entire year, and that's an amazing way to cap off our Pac-12 championship winning season. Phenomenal game, phenomenal performance. Far from clean, very far from clean. We shot ourselves in the foot many times, many dumb penalties. Once again, Pac-12 refs, they strike again. Saw that a lot on Twitter from like many people from across the sporting world, but doesn't matter. We were able to get that W. Coach Helton is our coach. You know, people give him a lot of crap. I've given him crap in the past, but he's really proving something. He really is proving something here in South Central Los Angeles. He's going to be our coach. Lynn Swann is standing behind him, and I think it's definitely time for the USC faithful to stand behind Coach Clay Helton, because he's proven something here in downtown LA. But with that, we were ranked number 8 by the College Football Playoff Committee, which, I don't know, travesty seems like a rather dramatic word for this case scenario, but we're better than number 8. We are. I think they're getting a lot of crap for putting Alabama at number 4, because, I mean, what does winning a championship matter anymore? Like not a national championship, a conference championship. They didn't put the Big Ten champion in. They didn't put the Pac-12 champion in. Instead, they put a one-loss Alabama team who got to play Mercer during the year. Mercer. My high school team could have beaten Mercer. So we will be playing in the Cotton Bowl out in Dallas, Texas. And, you know, it's pretty much, it's weird. It's a de facto Rose Bowl. We'll be playing number 5, Ohio State. This is gonna be a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it should be being played in the Rose Bowl. Unfortunately, we'll be playing in the Cotton Bowl, which really hurts the USC Trojan faithful. I mean, everyone was thinking we were gonna get the Fiesta Bowl, which does take place in Glendale, Arizona, which is a lot closer than Dallas is. So now USC has to travel a little bit farther. USC does not have the best record in the state of Texas. Of course, losing, just being demolished by Alabama last year in the opening game. And you know, you want to come out of this happy. You want to say, okay, it's okay, we're going to a New Year's Six bowl game, but it's not the New Year's Six bowl game that we were expecting to get. It's not the game we should have gotten. And I do think the playoff committee is going to get a lot of slack for this, and deservingly so. The entire year, they've been harping on the fact that they think conference championships are important. Meanwhile, they leave 2 conference champions out of the playoff, and with seemingly no reason. But I'm looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a great game. Ohio State is, I think, the most, you know, the biggest factor about them is their coaching. Urban Meyer is an amazing coach, and then it depends on what JT Barrett we face. So we'll be looking into that more in the future. There are 3 weeks until this game, so we've got some time. We've kind of have some time to fill between now and then, but I will continue to upload videos. But I'm very excited to do this. With that, let's go ahead. Let's put on, I have it down here. Whoa, switch it up on you. Let's put on the victory hat. Wow. 11 times already this season we've been able to put on this just silly hat on my head. But I'm going to do something. I'm going to kind of break the rules just a little bit. UCLA and Notre Dame did not get to play this weekend because, well, frankly, UCLA, they aren't going to play for, a Pac-12 championship anytime soon. Of course, that may change with Chip Kelly. And Notre Dame is an independent, so they also did not get to play in a championship game. But they also wouldn't have because they were like, 18th or something like that? And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call that a perfect weekend so I can finally put on the perfect weekend sunglasses inside at night, just like the Spirit of Troy marching band. It's an amazing way to end the season. USC, we are the Pac-12 champions. Congratulations to our Trojan football team. I look forward to watching the Cotton Bowl. Congratulations. Beat the Buckeyes and fight on.